Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop worrying about what everyone thinks, life suddenly becomes a lot simpler? What if the secret to effortless living is hidden in the simple act of letting go? Welcome to our exploration of Montaigne's philosophy, a guide to turning off the noise and embracing a life of genuine joy. Today, we'll uncover how caring less about trivialities can empower you to focus on what's really important, transforming stress into clarity and chaos into calm. Get ready to laugh, reflect, and learn a few unexpected secrets along the way. Michel de Montaigne, the brilliant Renaissance essayist, wasn't just a thinker. He was a pioneer of self-reflection and personal authenticity. Living in an age when the world was rapidly changing, Montaigne observed that our endless pursuit of perfection and approval often leads to more stress than satisfaction. His writings encourage us to embrace our imperfections and view life's uncertainties as opportunities rather than obstacles. Detachment. Montaigne believed that by caring less about external judgments and outcomes, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Authenticity. Instead of conforming to society's rigid standards, he urged us to be true to ourselves, flaws and all. Mindfulness. Living in the present moment and appreciating life's simple pleasures can transform our perspective on success and happiness. The power of letting go. When you release the weight of every little worry, you create space for true fulfillment and creativity. Have you ever found yourself losing sleep over a minor criticism or obsessing over every social media comment? Montaigne argued that we often invest too much energy in caring about things that don't truly matter. In our modern world, where every opinion seems amplified, overcaring can feel like trying to hold water in your hands. Imagine trying to guard a cookie jar with a dozen locks. It's exhausting, and in the end, you only end up with crumbs. The myth is that caring excessively is a virtue, but often it just leads to burnout. Imagine trying to guard a cookie jar with a dozen locks. It's exhausting, and in the end, you only end up with crumbs. The myth is that caring excessively is a virtue, but often it just leads to burnout. What if you could just hit the pause button on your worries? Montaigne's philosophy teaches us that letting go is not about indifference. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. When you stop fretting over every trivial detail, you free up mental energy for what's important. Think of it like decluttering your closet. Once you toss out the old, unnecessary stuff, you suddenly have room for the things that bring real joy. And yes, you might find that missing sweater you thought was lost forever. Nobody is perfect, and that's perfectly okay. Montaigne celebrated our quirks and flaws, arguing that our imperfections are what make us human. Instead of fighting against who you are, why not embrace it? Nobody is perfect, and that's perfectly okay. Montaigne celebrated our quirks and flaws, arguing that our imperfections are what make us human. Instead of fighting against who you are, why not embrace it? Imagine if your favorite superhero had no flaws. Wouldn't that be a bit boring? Our imperfections add character, and believe it or not, are often the source of our greatest strengths. At the core of Montaigne's writings is the idea of turning inward. Self-reflection isn't just a buzzword, it's a powerful tool that helps you understand your true desires, fears, and potential. When you reflect on your experiences without judgment, you gain clarity about what you really want in life. Picture yourself as a detective in your own life, solving the mystery of why you react the way you do. And if you stumble upon clues like, I really care too much about opinions, well, consider it a case solved. Overthinking can trap you in a loop of anxiety and regret. Montaigne advised us to step back and stop analyzing every minor detail. When you free your mind from overthinking, you open up space for creativity and spontaneous joy. Imagine your brain as a busy airport. If you clear out the unnecessary flights, thoughts, the runway is free for the express train to success. In our culture, success is often measured by external validation, money, fame, accolades. Montaigne challenges this notion by urging us to define success from within. True success isn't about what others think. It's about living authentically and being content with who you are. It's like baking your own cake instead of following a store-bought recipe. Your creation might be quirky, but it's uniquely delicious, and that's what matters. One of the biggest hurdles in life is the fear of what others might think. Montaigne reminds us that most people are too wrapped up in their own lives to scrutinize yours. By letting go of the need for approval, you can focus on being your true self. Imagine you're at a costume party. Everyone is too busy admiring each other's outfits to notice your unique style. When you stop worrying about fitting in, you can shine in your own way. Mindfulness is all about living in the present moment. Montaigne's approach encourages us to savor life's simple pleasures and not get lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past. This practice not only reduces stress, but also enhances your overall well-being. Start your day with a few minutes of mindful breathing or a short walk in nature. It's a small habit that can have a huge impact on your outlook. When you stop clinging to every little worry, your creative energy flows freely. Montaigne believed that a clear, unburdened mind is the best canvas for creativity. By letting go of overbearing thoughts, you open yourself up to new ideas and inspirations. Think of it like painting without a heavy hand. You get a masterpiece instead of a messy splatter. Sometimes, less really is more. Caring less about trivial judgments can transform your relationships. When you stop trying to impress everyone, you attract people who appreciate the real you. Authentic connections flourish when you're honest about your imperfections. It's like having a genuine conversation with an old friend instead of rehearsing lines for a first date. You're more relaxed and the connection feels natural. The most surprising truth is that when you stop caring about every little thing, everything tends to fall into place. This paradox shows that by releasing the need for control, you actually gain greater power over your life. Imagine a juggler who stops trying to catch every ball perfectly. Suddenly, the performance becomes effortless and even more captivating. Block 12. The journey to inner freedom. True freedom is not about escaping responsibilities, but about liberating yourself from the constant stress of external validation. Montaigne's wisdom teaches us that when you focus on what's inside rather than what's around you, you unlock a level of inner freedom that is truly empowering. Example: picture a bird that once freed from a heavy cage soars effortlessly into the open sky. That's the feeling of inner liberation when you stop caring about what you cannot control. Block 13. Embracing failure as a stepping stone. Failure is inevitable, but it's also one of our greatest teachers. Montaigne reminds us that each setback is a chance to learn and grow. Instead of viewing failure as a catastrophe, see it as a humorous misstep on the path to success. Example and humor. It's like tripping on the sidewalk. Everyone falls sometimes, but you get up, laugh it off, and keep moving forward with a new story to tell. Block 14. Letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is a relentless pursuit that often leads to stress and disappointment. Montaigne's philosophy encourages us to accept our flaws and imperfections, realizing that they make us unique and interesting. Practical insight. Think of it as wearing slightly mismatched socks, quirky, fun, and a reminder that perfection is overrated. Block 15. The importance of self-reflection. Self-reflection is the foundation of personal growth. By taking time to look within, you can identify what truly matters and let go of the rest. Montaigne's essays inspire us to embrace introspection as a daily habit. Example and humor. Imagine having a personal diary that not only records your thoughts, but also helps you laugh at your own quirks. It's like your inner critic turns into your best friend. Block 16. Overcoming social pressure. Modern society bombards us with expectations and standards that can feel overwhelming. Montaigne's advice is simple: don't let others dictate your happiness. By reducing the weight of social pressure, you create room for genuine self-expression. Example and humor. It's like choosing to dance at a party in your own style, rather than copying someone else's moves. Your authenticity is far more entertaining and true to who you are. Block 17. The art of not overthinking. Overthinking can trap you in a cycle of anxiety and indecision. Montaigne champions the art of simply letting go and trusting that not every moment requires a deep analysis. Practical tip and humor. Picture your mind as a busy kitchen. Sometimes you just need to let the ingredients mix naturally instead of obsessing over every spice. Block 18. Finding joy in simplicity. In a world that glorifies constant stimulation, there's beauty in simplicity. Montaigne teaches us that true joy comes from appreciating the small, everyday moments. Example: imagine enjoying a simple cup of tea on a rainy day. Sometimes the quiet moments are the most satisfying. Block 19. Balancing ambition with contentment. Ambition drives progress, but unchecked ambition can rob you of happiness. Montaigne's philosophy advises us to strike a balance. Pursue your goals without sacrificing your peace of mind. Example and humor. It's like running a marathon at a comfortable pace instead of sprinting until you collapse. Sustainable effort leads to long-term victory. Block 20. Cultivating mindfulness. Every day. Mindfulness is about living in the present and fully experiencing life without judgment. Montaigne's timeless wisdom shows us that when you practice mindfulness, you free your mind from unnecessary burdens. Practical tip: try dedicating a few minutes each morning to mindful breathing or a quiet walk. This simple act can transform your entire day. Block 21. Rewriting your personal narrative. When you stop caring about everyone else's opinion, you gain the freedom to rewrite your own story. Montaigne believed that authenticity is the key to a fulfilling life. Example and humor. Imagine editing your life like a favorite novel. Remove the unnecessary subplots and focus on the narrative that truly inspires you. Block 22. Overcoming the fear of being different. Many of us fear standing out, worrying that our uniqueness will attract unwanted attention. However, Montaigne reminds us that being different is a strength, not a flaw. Example and humor. It's like being the only one in a room wearing a bright, quirky tie. Sure, you might get a few odd looks, but you'll also spark genuine conversations and admiration for your confidence. Block 23. The rewards of letting go. The more you release the weight of needless cares, the more room you make for genuine happiness and success. Montaigne's approach to life teaches us that by letting go, you open up endless possibilities. Example: picture yourself lightening a heavy backpack on a long hike. Suddenly, every step feels easier and the path ahead is full of potential. Block 24. Embracing failure as part of the journey. Failure is not the end, but a crucial part of the learning curve. Montaigne's philosophy encourages you to embrace your failures, laugh at your missteps, and use them as stepping stones toward growth. Example in humor. Think of failure as a quirky plot twist in your favorite sitcom. It might be unexpected, but it makes the story all the more interesting and relatable. Block 25. The value of authenticity in relationships. When you stop over caring about superficial judgments, you allow your true self to shine through. Authentic relationships built on mutual respect and honesty are far more fulfilling than those based on pretense. Example: it's like trading a scripted conversation for a heartfelt chat with a friend. Real connections happen when you let your guard down. Block 26. The freedom of letting go of control. One of the most liberating insights from Montaigne is that you don't need to control everything. By releasing your grip on the uncontrollable, you create space for unexpected joys and genuine spontaneity. Practical insight and humor. Imagine trying to micromanage a garden. It's exhausting. Once you let nature take its course, you enjoy the blooms without the stress. Block 27. Embracing life's unpredictability. Life is full of surprises, and that's what makes it exciting. Montaigne teaches us that by accepting uncertainty, you free yourself from constant worry and open yourself up to new experiences. Example in humor. It's like boarding a mystery bus. You might not know where you're going, but the adventure is half the fun. Block 28. The art of self-care. Through detachment. Taking care of yourself doesn't mean becoming indifferent. It means focusing on what truly nourishes your soul. Montaigne's insights encourage you to invest in your well-being by letting go of toxic stresses. Practical tip: set aside time each day for activities that replenish your energy, whether it's reading, a quiet walk, or simply enjoying your favorite cup of coffee. Block 29. Transforming stress into creative energy. When you free yourself from constant worry, your creative potential flourishes. Montaigne believed that a relaxed mind is a fertile ground for new ideas and innovations. Example in humor. Think of your mind as a blank canvas. Once you wipe away the clutter, you can paint a masterpiece with the colors of life. Block 30. The ultimate path to inner peace and success. In the end, the secret to a fulfilled life isn't found in relentless striving, but in the courageous act of letting go. By embracing detachment, authenticity, and mindful living, you unlock a power that comes from within, a power that makes everything fall into place. Call to action and humor. Imagine having the ultimate remote control for your life. Once you learn to press the let go button, you'll find that chaos turns into harmony. So, if you're ready to discover how to live effortlessly and truly thrive, join us on this journey. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your path to a stress-free, empowered life starts now. At the climax of our exploration, the most striking realization emerges. When you let go of the constant need to care about every little detail, you unlock a hidden reservoir of inner strength. The act of detachment isn't about apathy. It's about reclaiming your power and focusing on what truly matters. This insight transforms stress into clarity and confusion into creativity. The revelation that life's chaos begins to order itself once you stop overthinking is both liberating and empowering. It challenges you to view every setback as an opportunity and every moment of indecision as a chance to grow. The true takeaway is that by relinquishing the weight of external expectations, you pave the way for genuine, unencumbered living. Embracing Montaigne's philosophy, you learn to appreciate the beauty of imperfection, to laugh at your own follies, and to navigate life with a light heart. This newfound freedom is not about being careless. It's about channeling your energy into meaningful pursuits that lead to lasting fulfillment. In summary, we've journeyed through the refreshing, sometimes humorous, and always insightful philosophy of Michel de Montaigne. We've explored how overcaring can be a trap, how detachment and mindfulness can liberate you, and how embracing imperfection leads to authentic living. We learned that when you stop obsessing over trivial details and external judgments, everything falls into place, allowing your inner self to shine. So, what will you choose? Will you continue to let the weight of needless worries hold you back? Or will you take that brave step toward a freer, more joyful existence? If you found value in this deep dive into the art of letting go, please hit the like button, subscribe to Psyche Arcanum, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about living life on your own terms. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the best way to gain control over your destiny is to simply stop caring about what doesn't matter. Keep laughing, keep growing, and above all, keep embracing your unique journey. Your path to inner peace and genuine success is just a mindful decision away.